Guys, welcome to Next State channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about whether or not we can expect IELTS season in this month, or is it yet happening or not. Okay, so that's the context of this video, and what I'm gonna talk about, what I'm talking in this video will be valid for end of this month. Okay, that's my prediction that it may be valid upon. I mean, it's not like like exact date that will be invalidated or something like that, but my opinion is that it should be valid till then. Okay, so let's get into the video, guys. So first off, if we check the Bitcoin dominance chart, which is a very prime factor when it comes to all season prediction, it says that we are in kind of resistance zone. If we see the rejection right from the 24th of May, okay, we may draw an horizontal line as well, but I think this slant line or this trend line makes a more sense when compared to that actual part. Okay, so I think we are in a resistance zone already, and that's the reason I'm making this video in the first place. Okay, the only negative point I would say is that the angle of inclination is pretty good. I mean, it's like it's above 45 degree, I guess. So any move above 45 degree may tend to be followed rather than like rejected. Okay, so that's the only downside point that I would like to point out in this situation. But other than that, we should see some sort of consolidation, maybe like an like a red candle or a sudden breakout, and then there should be a pullback after that as well, and such conditions will validate this condition and make sure that all season is happening, guys. So till then I would say, like, don't enter into the market, or like enter with 30% of the fund and keep the remaining for the R times, I would say. Okay, so that's the first point I would like to give. Okay, so second thing is that in this zone, like 23rd of May, if we check the Bitcoin chart, well, there it is. Yeah, okay, so if you check the 23rd of May, you can see like the Bitcoin was trading around 3700. Okay, and now the current price is around 5700. In the meantime, Bitcoin dominance hasn't moved that far, right? I mean, right from, let's say, like it's in same situation, but there is a 20k pump in the market. What it does mean is that there is a 20k increase in Bitcoin value, but the dominance is still lesser, which means that huge amount of fund is getting flowed into the HALS when compared to the other coins. Okay, so if your portfolio is kind of performing lesser than what Bitcoin has moved till now, then it is easy to say that your portfolio is wrong. So actually what happened is, like, after making that first part that is talking about the Bitcoin dominance, I went on and to make the list of few stocks, I mean few crypto till this levels. Okay, so I was trying kind of drawing the trend lines and seeing for the important zones. Maybe I took like in 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so that's all I took, and by that time you can actually see that the dominance got resistance got respected, and then PNB and other stuff actually pumped quite a bit, quite a lot actually, because these are day candle, and you can see that is kind of forming an huge wick with very less body, which is quite insane, I would say, because if you just take the 50 minutes candle, you can you can know what I mean, right? So this is the time I was making the video, guys. Actually, this is the time I was making the video, and you can see quite a significant move that has happened by that time. I mean, literally every single crypto that was kind of trading in a range or kind of dumping for a while got sudden push after touching that zone, which means that the trend line that I showed to you guys is an important and highly respected one. So that we need to like it is an inclusive decision that, or a conclusive decision, that we can say that this zone is important and this is being respected. But on the other hand, we can also say that since it is a resistance, we may expect some sort of huge selling pressure on that side, and that doesn't mean that it's gonna dump immediately or something like that, right? So we need to wait for the confirmation from the side of dominance. Okay, so what I would suggest is wait for this trend line to be broken. So wait for some time, that actually it should supposedly go in a sideways manner, I would say. Maybe around the time where those two lines meet, maybe around here, like for me it's like 17th of October, 9:30. Okay, yeah, 9:30. On that day, maybe we can see that reversal as happening. It's not gonna happen in single day, guys. Or one more thing that it can happen is it can quite easily fall below, and it may be led because the breakout has happened for the list of as that I'm saying right now. Okay, so these are the two factors that can happen. Okay, so and also I'm saying it once again, guys, that is, this video is made with a prediction or with a thought process that we may get rejected from here, and if the rejection didn't happen, this video makes no sense at all, and you should supposedly close all your position if you kind of respect my viewpoint or my perspective. And this is not a financial advice, as of course, I'm just sharing my opinion out there. Okay, so let's move to the first chart, that is BTC. Okay, so we may expect an stable movement in Bitcoin for the all season to occur in the first place. This doesn't mean that BTC should continuously fall for the all season to happen. It does not work like that. It should be stable, or at least like an plus or minus 3% change per day kind of situation is what suitable, or the thing that all season will be expecting to happen. Okay, so right from today or whatever, like once the all season has happened, we may see some sort of stable scenario that is being happening in Bitcoin. That is, we may not see like 15% dump, we may see 50% up. That's not like an invalid condition, but we shouldn't see negative case of 15% negative, something like that. And for the all season to be running or keep on moving, we need to see, we shouldn't see like huge positive side as well, because that may make the investors to switch from ALS to BTC once again, because they believe in BTC more than ALS in the first place. If you even like it or not, that's the situation that is being happening in the market. So I would say, like, keep that perspective in mind and keep the trading in that way. Okay, so that's about the BTC chart. I don't wanna say more about it. We need to keep BTC chart as in plain and simple one, and only thing which can take is this trend line that is being respected for a while now. Since it's a daily chart, we are seeing some sort of a pattern that is actually bearish, but we are moving upside. Okay, so that's not like an what is it? It doesn't gonna make the BTC to follow something, because this level is broken already. But yes, this region has to be respected for the long run of all season. Okay, so first, that's the first point. Second, let's move to the Ethereum chart. I don't think that Ethereum is gonna give that much of a significant move when compared to other coins till this RSR. I'm keeping ETH in this list just because this is the second topmost market cap weighted crypto. Second off, we need to have some sort of reduce the risk, right? It's not like we can because of the huge upside we should be taking a lot of risk. I mean, it does make sense for someone, and it doesn't make sense for some people. And I'm a person who think that we should have risk management side by side, and yes, that's why I'm kind of buying or suggesting this as well. So This is forming a symmetric triangle pattern, and once this region is breakout, we may see the L season as actually being flagged off to start. Okay, so till then we are not supposedly to see any L season or something like that, but this is where it will get, or the party gets started. That is, this region has to be broken, and I would say like we may expect to be in a perfect scenario that it should happen in this place. Yep, this is the line at which we should see the breakout from either side. That is on the upside or the downside. This is like a perfect scenario in which that has to happen. Okay, that's the first point, and that is about Ethereum, and I will say about where to book profit and other points later on when I see any significant move or any conditions that is being met to sell our holding. So till then, just know that we need to buy above this range and sell below this range. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second, you need to know that the BNB is moving kind of in a sideways or in a downtrend more than any other huge market cap as. So I think the upside move for BNB will be more when compared to, of course, Ethereum and a few other coins as well. We may see 510 or such levels being easily met when compared to other altcoins. Okay, so that's about it. And yeah, we should take our position once this trend line is being broken and being sustained. So don't hurry guys, because fake out is most of a probability that can happen, and it will be painful for you, because if you have bought in this position, you can see that in no time, like you should have bought in here, it is a fake out, and in no time you are already down a lot, right? And you will be trapped, and you should be holding to the position till here, which will be like an huge depressing move that you are taking. So it is worth to wait for the actual breakout and confirmation to happen, and then to take a trade. And I am planning to make some short video after every single breakout, rather than just talking about every single crypto. I'm planning to make every crypto breakout scenario as in video, so that it will be easier for you to guys to understand, and also it will be simple to view also, like in maybe like 2 or 3 minutes video. Okay, so that's what I'm planning. Let's see how it goes as well. But for now, once the breakout has happened, then only we can buy, and we can keep an immediate target of around 600, I would say. But yes, let's wait for the aggressiveness of the market that we are talking about, and then we will take a trade. Okay, so that's about BNB as well. And when it comes to Sol, it is the only or one of the few altcoins with a greater market cap, and also it has saw a breakdown. Okay, so that is something you should keep in mind as well. You see, we have seen a significant move in Sol, and Sol is a pretty great project, so it won't be a surprising thing for it to break this zone and move upward. Okay, so that is not like a rule of situation, but all I'm saying is we are seeing a decreased volume after the all-time high. Okay, so that is the scenario that is being happening, right? We are seeing a lower volume after this huge move by the Sol. Okay, so that is something bad, I would say, but yes, we have to see. So if this level has to be broken, or the level has to be broken and to be sustained, only one possibility that I would suggest would be happening, or maybe two. One is that we should reach this level maybe with a significant move with lesser volume, and followed by a huge volume in the zone, which should break this volume level as well. That's possibility number one. And second possibility will be like slow and steady move towards this region, and it should form some sort of flag pattern, and the breakout should happen. So these are, I would suggest, like in two possible moves that we can expect, or the possible moves that should make sense in a long run for this breakout to be a valid one, and to be brought by a lot of or ton of people in our direction. Okay, so that's the only thing that I want to say. And of course guys, don't think that this little move or a significant move causing you a FOMO and buying now. Please don't buy now. Please wait for the breakout to happen. Please wait for the every valid conditions to be met in order to take a position, and don't be FOMO. Okay. You know that it is crypto is very volatile, and please don't be like and pray for that. Okay. So next up, FTD. I'm talking about it just because I kind of like this project a lot, and also I believe that this project may become the next BNB in the future. So that's the two reasons that I'm talking about this. Okay. I don't know. Weird reload. Okay. Yeah. This is the chart which we are talking about, right? So, yep. So this is another one, guys. So again, it's a symmetric triangle kind of situation. Once this breakout has happened and this level is being broken, this is a golden zone, guys. Once again saying, this is a very golden zone, and if this region is broken, we may easily see those topping out situation easily, and it will be a very good trade if you capture this above this zone immediately. Okay, so that's one point. And also I kind of like this project, and also it follows the same stuff which I said for Sol. The volume is getting lesser and lesser as time goes on, like higher, lower, again a lower one, and then again a lower one, or these three candles off of same volume. So these are some bad stuff, because it makes that huge change of hand has happened in this zone, and other than that fact, you see the price is getting dropped, and then no interest by people to actually buy or sell this token in a huge volume. So that is not good for any coin. Okay, so once this condition is broken, maybe we will see another good move, like a volume greater than this would be best for the next move, I would say. Okay, so wait for this breakout to happen, and 59 will be a very good point for you to enter. Okay, the next project is DOT. Okay, so this is also a hugely respected project in the crypto market because of this crowd loan and other aspects that is being given by this project. Okay, so yep, wait for the breakout once again, and you can enter with no possible targets in near term, because it can easily break these zones and move upwards, because you know, we didn't see any topping out situation for a long time now, so we may see an aggressive move once the all season has happened for band. Okay, so that's my point of view as well. Next, band and AVAX. So band and AVAX kind of follows same chart, right? I mean, the move may be different, but the chart pattern is very similar, I would say. Okay, so what you have to do is, this zone, that is 66.87, has acted both as a resistance and also as a support, right? So it is a very vital zone, and I think that this zone has to be tested prior to another move or the next move. But you know, this has happened. That's my only worry about this one, because these are one of its project that is being in a breakout, right? And then retest has happened above the trend line. Okay, so maybe it can kind of kiss the trend line and then reverse already. But yeah, I don't know, I'm in kind of dilemma where it will reach or not, because this has been respected. But let's see about this. Okay, but a major entry point, or good entry point will be above this 9.22, will be a very good entry point if this level is being broken and being sustained. So then you can actually enter this with a target of maybe 11.6, and then the next target will be 15.53. okay, so that's about it. And AVAX also follows the same thing, whereas this will be the entry zone for it. Okay, this will be the entry zone for it, and these will be the zones in which you can actually be taking profit or something like that. Okay, it can take entry by breaking this trend line, alright, that is one of the possibility, or else he may touch this trend line and reverse a lot easier. Okay, so that's the 2 point. and the crypto that is being in talked by a lot of investors is this one, so I thought of covering this as well. But also this is turning out to be a very good project after that that person being added to the project. I don't remember the name of the person, sorry for that, but yes, after that we are seeing a pretty good rally in FTM. Okay, so as you can see, this is a pretty good setup, I would say, and for the confirmation to happen and for the new all-time high, it has to break this, of course. And also you can see a good volume of trade that has happened in this position, so we won't be surprised that it will be a good choice to buy after this region is being broken. Okay, so that is first thing. And second thing is that we can actually buy 30% right around this place, because it's being respected for a while, and the dominance factor that was affecting other cryptos is not being affecting this one. Okay, so these are the two stuff that I believe. Okay, so FTM is a pretty good token to buy now. Okay, and similar ones, that is the charts that are in breakout, whereas other are in in a dump. Okay, this is also seen a valid breakout and being trading in this zone. So what we can do is we can quite easily enter right now and then take or place a stop loss around this level. Okay, so buy here, keep a target at least in this zone, or maybe here also, that will be fine. You can keep here as a target 1 and these as a target 2, with this as an entry and this being the stop loss. So we can do this right now with Mana. And then RSR is also following the same set of pattern, so I thought of covering this as well, just to spread your crypto, guys. That's all. I mean, just to spread your position, because it's also following the same pattern. We can keep the stop loss around here, and similar stuff for this also. And that's the point I'm adding this coin in the first place. Okay, you can keep this as a target. I believe that this region will be broken and we may see some good move after this, but to keep the the position in a fair and good way, I'm keeping this as a target, because I don't believe that much in RSR. Then that's the reason I'm saying about like this. Okay, so I may have missed a lot of good coins. Alright, so why did I miss is that the chart patterns that is being followed by them is not like an good one, I would say. So I may be posting videos about each and every crypto, as I said in the first part, like when a fair breakout has happened and what and where should be the entry and why did I take this trade, as in 2 to 3 minutes video, and posting in this channel, guys. So please be subscribed and share to your friends, and thanks for watching this video, guys. Have a nice